I don't have a thing. That's the thing. Is we just go live. Here's my thing.
We just go live. Oh, crap.
We just pretend like my thing is I go live and we pretend I never went live. And they're like,
okay.
we're live. That's but you ruined it. So
we were talking about keyboards, guys.
We already had like a 2-hour conversation in the last 2 minutes, guys. It was pretty impressive.
Model M keyboard.
Wow, we have a military commercial before the show starts. That's a little weird.
You put ads on this?
Of course, man. I gotta get my pennies. It's also non-skippable. It's non-skippable.
Do you have StreamYard Premium?
Like this for I pay like $5 a month. Is that the premium one? I don't even know.
I don't know that. I use the free one, and it has a big watermark on the top of it.
You see, I could put this up there. You see?
I can't do that.
I should have done this before, man. I should get all my money's worth. Just people don't remember what to look at. They can say, "Oh, this is fully Flipper." Okay.
Well, I'd only use OBS if it wasn't for the fact that like the clicking on the chat's so handy. Where you can pull up the chat stuff super fast like that, and I'm sure there's a plugin for OBS, which
I've tried Streamlabs. That's the one that you can put over it and have your own little whole thing. You just leave. Dustin just left. Dustin was like, "I heard Streamlabs, I'm gone." That was just weird. What do you have against Streamlabs?
I want to log in there, right? Yeah. Is anybody talking in the chat? Because I'm not logged in apparently.
Yeah, there's a lot of people talking in the chat.
Oh, holy crap! Yeah, I see it. Let me log in. You entertain these guys for a second.
Okay, sounds good. I was like, you didn't like Streamlabs. He's gone. All right, what's going on, Kaya? How you doing? What's up, Christopher Nutter? Fartseg Jack's here. How you doing? What's up, Mia? Larry, good morning to you. Jen as well. Mindy, 2 of my favorite resellers. Well, you have excellent choice in your favorites, Mindy. Thank you for being here. What's going on, Shay? Thank you for being here. Everyone's saying hello. Everyone's saying hello. Ping, how are you doing, Ping? Thank you for being here. Glad you got your notification. I'm guessing that's why you're here. Chuck, what's up, Chuck? Thank you so much for your participation in the whatnots. I appreciate it. Andrea's here. How are you doing? Jamie is here as well. How are you doing? And I pop up the chat. Guys, I promise Dustin is coming. Don't worry. He's coming. There he is.
All right.
Can you see the chat now?
Somebody say something. Of course, nobody's saying anything because I can see it on the YouTube window.
Yeah.
I can't see it on the.
I'm surprised. Do you have on your top in StreamYard on the top right? Are you in comments or are you in private chat?
There we go. I was in private chat.
Okay.
So that was all for nothing.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what you just did.
Okay.
But, can you see it?
I've
now?
only used Streamlabs 4 or 5 times because I used to use OBS on Twitch, and this is all newfangled to me.
Are your wives women joining you tonight? Well, I don't have a wife or a woman, so I think that's questions to you.
I doubt it. This is honestly really late for resellers during yard sale season.
I'm surprised you said yes.
Yeah, well, I was like, oh, that'll be a future me problem, and
now it's a current you problem.
Well, thankfully, randomly in luck here, I got the weekend where there was barely any sales. I'm still gonna get up early and go to a few, but it's not high pressure. There's no community sales there are a couple, but they're not crazy or anything.
It's Memorial Day weekend, so not many people really want to do yard sales Memorial Day weekend. And then that Independence Day are usually pretty dry.
And we had rain on Thursday, Friday, and today, Friday. So whenever that happens, so in our area, a lot of people find this weird, but yard sales traditionally would start on Thursday. Some will start Friday and Saturday, but a traditional yard sale goes Thursday through Saturday, and then Sunday off for God. And that's how. I think it's really kind of old school stuff.
Yeah.
And
what do you live with the Amish or something?
I don't know. Well, no, it's kind of I feel like Dayton's a little more, I guess, Bible Belt ish. I would say than I lived in Columbus for 10 years and flipped there for a while. I grew up here though, so
Yeah. Today we had legit no sales. Only thing I had today was estate sales. So I was like, I'm just gonna sleep in and not go. But tomorrow we have a couple of community ones in Jersey, so I'm excited. But today was completely dead. Completely dead. What's up, Ken? How you doing? What's up, Hoobs? You know who the Hoobs are, Dustin?
Yeah. I've seen a couple of their videos. I chatted with them on. I don't know which one of them I chatted with on Instagram. So
that is the thing when you have a couple accounts, you have nothing.
Yeah, I don't know which one I'm talking to, so I'll just like
same thing here with the Currys. I'm not sure which of the Currys is here. Paul, if it's you, hello to you, Paul. This is a new name for me. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I draft Halfinger. Is that? I guess that's how you say it. Hey, gents, banks are closed Monday, which pushes my money back a day before it showed up on my account. Is that how eBay works? I don't even know.
Which pushes my money back a day before. I don't know. I have eBay, I think, set up to like what daily payouts, which is pretty nice. I mean,
I get it like every day. That's how I know. Yeah.
Honestly, like the daily payouts, if you're past the stage where you're kind of getting like your initial money together to roll, and you know you're pulling in hopefully more than you're selling every day or buying every day. I should say pulling in more than you're buying every day. Once you're past that point, like daily payouts versus like say a weekly or a month, it doesn't really make a difference. It's really more just a accounting thing at that point.
Yeah. For sure. What's up, Diana? How you doing? Arena Vision. Hello, fellow creators. Thank you for being here. Mindy is here. Mindy said in the beginning while you were gone that you were one of her favorites, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Mindy.
But
yeah,
she also said I was one of her favorites.
Oh, well.
So
mixed taste there.
Yeah, that's what I told her when you were gone. She said 2 of my favorite resellers. I was like, man, at least one of them is good. I'm not gonna tell which one.
Yeah, I'm sure we have the same opinion.
Yeah. She wants to know what is your favorite place to source, and she gave you 5 options. You gotta rank them for her.
Okay, so we're doing ranking here.
Yes.
So I would go garage sales. I'm gonna count rummage sales as like a church sale.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got.
That's how I would count it. Yeah.
We've got garage sales. I would go being number 1. I would have to say rummage sales, drifting, estate sales, retail arbitrage, and I'd have to go in that order.
I completely agree. And number 5 is like way down the line. Like it's like a different atmosphere from the first 4.
I feel like I was doing kind of a form of retail arbitrage back, like I hate saying it, back before people called it that, like back, before it was cool.
Back before it was cool.
So I would do like flea markets and stuff, and I would go like wipe out clearance sections. Giant Eagle's a grocery store in Columbus. They don't have them here.
It's also in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that. I have friends there. Yeah.
And they would have like some crazy clearances sometimes, especially at like seasonal stuff. And you could just like wipe out like wrapping paper at 10 cents a piece and then like just throw it in the garage till winter or whatever. Take it out to the flea market and get $1 a piece. And I know it doesn't sound like, but back then I wasn't making obviously that much money. So like any kind of like profit, was good profit back then. But
no, but yeah, for me, I know there's money in it, but like I don't have pleasure in paying something for $6 and selling it for like 14.
That race to the bottom.
That's not joy for me. Yeah, I know if I buy like 50 of them, that's cool and stuff. But like I like to pay something for like $1 and then be excited when it sells for 50. That's kind of my thing. And that's kind of the
scalability of it, I guess, though, comes from the fact, the quantity listing. So like if you did find 50 of something, you only have to list it once. And then, the listing just kind of does the work. It's kind of like the vending machine concept, You're not making a ton each time, but you're also not putting a lot of labor into it, which vending's probably a bad comparison.
What's up, Kelsey? How you doing, Dave? Still no views and visible sales in the view update, Philly. Ah, man. Sorry to hear that. Mine still has no views, but my sales have picked up the last 2 days. I think I just called eBay enough that they got enough playing me. Like, let's just give him a couple sales so he shuts up. And I guess it works. Chuck says he learned a couple things from me and you. So thank you. Appreciate that, Chuck.
Yeah. Thanks.
What's up, Kayla?
Hey, Kayla.
States should be 2K. Yes, I agree. Family. How is it where you are? Is it mainly companies that run it, or is it family-run estate sales?
So we do have some family-run estate sales that pop up from time to time, but the companies, yeah, pretty much kind of have a lockdown on it around here, and it's rough. There's one that's good so far, and then there's a couple that are okay, and we'll sometimes like they'll have half off or 75% off final day events and stuff like
Yeah.
that can be kind of good, and you can snipe some deals then. But there's some like there's a certain company, of course I'm not gonna like mention it, but like I've stood out waiting like an hour for the sale. They have the pictures, they got the goods, right? And you get in there and it's just you and a bunch of other people walking around looking at full eBay prices and like no negotiations, first day signs up
Yeah,
all around it. And
they
you're just
love that.
like, but nothing's moving. And it's like right now we're like in a real estate market where like most of the stuff people own, their house is like their biggest asset. So like getting that stuff out of there. So, they're not paying mortgage payments anymore and they can cash out the homes kind of seems like it might be more logical, but
Yeah, I never get that. I never understand. Like that's why I only go like if I go to a estate sale, it's gonna be on a Sunday where like everything is 50% off, and then you maybe can find something that you can resell, or you can just even negotiate a little more with them. But yeah, if anybody like, do yours also? You said your garage sale start on Thursday. Do your estate sale start like on Wednesday then, or is it also like Thursday?
So estate sales, they vary wildly. Again, it's kind of company by company, or if it's family ran. So I mean, some will start Thursday, some will start Friday, some will be Saturday, Sunday. So it really
Yeah,
just depends.
forgot flea markets. Oh, what would that be? If you add flea
Oh,
markets to that list?
flea markets would probably be right under garage sales.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, like, if especially if like, so I used to be a flea market dealer, so I can talk about flea market dealers in general, especially when it's not just filled with flea market dealers and it's just like random people, trying to get rid of their crap from their apartment or whatever.
yeah, those are the best.
Yeah, those are like when they just don't want to bring the stuff back and like, you're doing them a favor by giving them, ten
Yeah.
dollars for this or $5 for that.
Yeah, if you find a flea market that's like a bunch of those, then that's pretty much like a community sale that's walking distance from each other. But
And
a lot of the ones I go to are oh wait, what are you drinking? First of all, that looks delicious.
this is what is it? Starbucks blue or not Starbucks? Starburst blue raspberry mix.
What?
It is
That's
so
that
I,
sounds amazing.
like out of it is sugar free too, so like it's like 5 calories
Yeah.
or something. So
Wow.
but it's pretty awesome actually. Like I'm pretty addicted um to it honestly.
That looks delicious.
So
Man.
whatever's in the blue food dye and that's probably
Yeah, it is.
not good for you, but hey.
I got a San Pellegrino. And I thought I was being a little spicy.
Well,
Here.
I'm double drinking here. I got
Oh.
decaf coffee.
You're double fisting on my line.
Yeah. Well, I'm legitimately a beverage person. Like I'm just like I have coffee, then I have another coffee as I'm leaving and brew a coffee to So.
I feel like if you're a reseller, you have to have like a coffee addiction. I feel like that just kind of comes with the territory. Paul
Personal
counts.
rotisserie hot dog stand that I'm showing.
Yes.
Now, what the heck is that?
So in my latest storage unit, I found a Wearing Pro hot dog roller thing. Now you can put a hot dog in a roller for you. Yeah, so that's been my my latest addition to my warehouse.
Did you have that on your IG?
Yeah, I posted it.
Yeah,
a lot of people were jealous of it.
That. Yeah.
Because when you think of like a warehouse, you don't think of like a kitchen. Like the thing I had before you was like a microwave and a toaster. I mean, you can't really do much now. But now
they have
a
hot dog roller. Pro. I bought it a couple times, and it's like a toaster oven, and I feel like you could put the hot dogs in it like a toaster or something. I can't, or it's weird. I forget what it is.
They have a toaster
I probably have
oven
it
and like a bagel maker on the side.
It's something like that, but it's hot dog related. I feel like
hot dog related. Man, you piqued my curiosity.
It might be on my store right now. Like I'm gonna.
Yes,
this is what happens when you have so many items that you can't even like keep track of them.
Yes, I got a haircut today. I had to look good for Dustin. I had Dustin come on my show. I had to get the shape up and everything. I couldn't disappoint. What's up, Fleecon? How you doing?
Now I gotta know.
My boring reseller life. How you doing, James? Thank you for being here. Yeah, like 2010, I was all over already. Not so much these days. Makes sense. What's up, Kelsey? I love your art sales. What does Bomber? Do you have? Yes, I'm going to New Jersey tomorrow for sales.
I don't have that, but I have the one that you're talking about, but it's not. It's a 2-slice toaster next to a toaster oven. There's something hot dog, like it's different than what you're talking about. Like it doesn't like rotate.
Yeah, Kayla told me about that toaster oven yesterday, and I was like, "Whoa, that thing looks legit." You loved your recent Moen score.
Yeah, that was insane. So like, I was going around this community sale, and it was just like kind of dead, but I was just like, I'll keep going to them. And I mean, it had started to die off. I mean, I did well in the morning, and
it's usually how they are.
Yeah, the guy, it's an afternoon. He's bringing out all these brand new Moen stuff. It's dead stock, so it's older Moen, but it's new. So I mean, it's like $5 and $10 a piece. I'm spoiling the video, so now you guys have no reason to click on it after this.
But then you bring something more amazing that you guys have to go and click.
Yeah, my agent would hate that, right?
Man, yeah. What time of day was this when he did this?
I want to say it was about 1 p.m., which is pretty late in yard sale
world. That is very late, yeah.
And he had others. I think he was set up, but then just like was on the fence on bringing that out. Or I'm really kind of confused about the whole situation. But gave him $85 and ran out of there. How many items?
Then he called the cops on you, right? Or that didn't happen.
No. He was happy. I think they had just been sitting in his garage forever, kind of deal. It was probably like I'd say it was definitely over 1,000 gross.
Dang.
Worth of inventory for like $85.
And it's like he knows what he paid for it, right? Because it's like Moen's expensive at the store.
Oh
it's
yeah,
cool. It's just cool for him to know, like, hey, they're just sitting here. Just get it out of here. I hate when people
paid like $200 for mine in the kitchen.
Yeah, that stuff ain't cheap.
No.
That stuff isn't cheap.
Kayla did ask a question, which I think you're supposed to do the chat in this, but
you can take over,
I'm jumping in here. I'm jumping in.
I know.
How many items do I have? I think it's 3,200 items listed right now. 3,255 right now. My wife is a big contributor to that as well. So.
And is that all in your house, or is that stored somewhere else?
So we do have some stuff in storage, but we haven't been putting more stuff in there, and we've been pulling stuff away from it to try and wrap up that storage unit.
Yeah, I feel like the storage unit is like a double-edged thing, because it's cool not to have stuff in your house, but then
you have to drive to it.
You have to drive to it.
That's
you gotta pay for it.
Yeah. Oh, the rent I can deal with. I mean, but like the like all of a sudden it's like you're packing up the ship and you're like, oh yeah, we have to go to storage because we forgot one item or something. And then even if it's like 10 minutes down the road, that it's 20 minutes of driving just to pick up some hat that you have to ship, or you're going to get a defect.
Here's a crazy idea. Did you ever think about putting a shed in the back of your yard?
Yeah.
Probably no one ever thought this before, but did you ever think about doing that? It's crazy.
We've actually, it's kind of funny. Not funny, but like Harry Tornado bought like that house with like the 6-car garage or whatever.
That was pretty fun.
And yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. I think it's awesome. We actually had looked at a handful of properties. And we should have popped on at least 2 of them. One that had a massive pole barn, and it probably would have been the biggest pole barn of like practically like anybody that's doing this on YouTube. But it wasn't in a we don't have kids or anything, but like so like we're kind of like into real estate a bit, and it's not in the greatest school district, so we kind of passed on it just based off the fact that like it's kind of your property value is kind of tied to that.
Yeah,
and then there was another one that was a little bit too far away from like my normal sourcing route. So it would have added like 15 minutes each way of driving like every day. So, that adds up.
Yeah.
But it was perfect. They had like a separate, like complete full basement that was finished out and everything.
Oh,
and it even had a koi pond, which would have, been an expense, but
The good for like B-roll in your videos. No, you never have enough koi footage.
Oh yeah, I know exactly. Like all my outros are just me standing next to the koi pond.
There could be some merch ideas there, man.
Like someday, if you list a bunch of items on eBay, you can have koi too.
Yeah, there we go.
You
This could be you if you work hard enough, man.
just sign up for my course.
The Pro Picker Koi course. That's what we're gonna call it. What's up, Georgia Picker? Thank you for being here.
I don't have a course, by the way. Just
that's
for anyone that doesn't know.
We have to, I guess, like explain our sarcasm sometimes. People are not sure. What's up, Bob Bice? Thank you for being here as well. I saw Romans here as well. Ain't that Picker? State of Ohio is the best resellers. Everyone else wishes they were in the state of Ohio. Wow, we just come in and just dropping shots like that.
We have the best resellers here. So like, if you came here, you would actually have to, compete against us. So
I feel like if you like
me and John and
who
else, Vincent, Mike,
Shad, apparently Roman wants to be counted
whose
as
name
well.
is slipping my mind at the moment.
Ben.
Ben.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm actually really bad with names. I met him for the first time a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, actually.
He was in your area?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because he's down in Cincinnati and he came up this way for one of the candy sales.
I met him on the boat at the rally.
Oh, okay.
Surprised I didn't go to that.
Yeah, I really probably should have seen that it's super close and stuff. And now people are like asking me, like, are you going out to this
FlipCon?
FlipCon, that's what it is. And that would actually require me to do some real traveling when last year I could have just drove 45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes away from you and didn't go?
Really, like, I'll tell you, so everything in my life is just constantly busy because I've set myself up that way. And it feels like if I step away from like what I'm doing for like one day, like everything's going to fall apart. That's probably the biggest issue with my business right now. Like if I just, if I stepped away from eBay, YouTube, and just like everything I'm trying to do, I have this like, fear that would just completely unravel.
I'm the same way as you.
Yeah.
I'm the same way.
And at that time, like things were just like kind of really ramping up, like both on the YouTube and eBay side. And like I was just, and I had so much stuff that I had just bought in the house. I live in the house I bring all this stuff into. So if I'm not taking pictures or trying to get things processed, then all of a sudden what is it? You're like one step away from being a hoarder if you're a reseller. Like
I feel like it's like a half a step away.
Yeah.
Like less than a step for sure. What's up, Brian? What's up, Fia Benda? 3,200. That's 3,200, right? That's how much you have?
3,255 unless something sold.
Oh, 54?
Oh, yeah. It actually went down.
There you go. See,
hey.
I had Ginger Marvin on here a couple weeks ago, and they had, I feel like it was set up. They had their phone sound on, and legit every 3 seconds you hear cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
So my phone sounds
cha-ching.
never worked. I don't know what it is, but like on the S8 Plus, I never hear it.
Yeah.
Like it'll pop up a notification, but I never have the like cash out sound.
Yeah, I feel like they did it on purpose because they're like, "Oh, this never happens," and they're like, every 3 minutes, "Oh, sorry, we got another sale." Sorry, what was your question again? Sorry, I just
got another sale here. Sorry, just gotta fuel the yacht.
What's up, Lissa? Lissa's also from Ohio. Arena Vision's also from Ohio. Look at all these Ohioans.
We do have a lot of
Ohioans.
Ohioans, yes.
Ohioans. You guys are very popular around election time too. Everybody talks about Ohio.
Oh yeah,
election season.
I feel like that's about the only time. Like, well, I guess when Bengals went to the Super Bowl, so that was
that was pretty impressive. I guess
it was like the magnifying glass right over our area practically.
Join the Shed Bros, right? That's what I said. Having a shed is cool.
The shed. I don't know if I could get like a large enough shed. My backyard's not that small or anything, but I'm in a subdivision. So I don't know, like zoning wise, if I could get a large enough shed.
Do you have like an HOA and all that?
Oh God, no, I don't.
I wouldn't be able to survive if I had an HOA.
Yeah, I almost lived in an area with an HOA, but we ended up picking here instead because,
Yeah.
well, there was more. This actually, the house I'm in right now was an estate sale, so we bought an estate sale house and fixed it
Wow.
up and everything, and
Nice.
it's actually turned out pretty to be a pretty sound purchase. I don't know. So
What's up,
I had more to
Storage?
say there, and it started trailing off. So. And this is like if you're just joining, like this is like the time of day, evening where I'm like starting to wind down for bed.
So
I
you guys can ask him anything you want. It's gonna be truthful. Is what he's trying to say.
yeah.
His brain filter is off.
Kevin's got an affiliate link if I need a shed.
Of course he
I'm
does.
sure you do.
Of
Yeah.
course you do,
There's
Kevin.
so like in the country here in Ohio, I'm sure it's about the same in Virginia there for Kevin, where they have like you're just driving along and there's a lot and they'll have like people just set up with sheds for sale.
Yep.
Is that who you have like the link with?
He-
Like one of
he-
those companies or
He
something?
legit has that probably like 5 minutes from his house.
Yeah.
What you just described is exactly what he has. Mindy wants to know, how does your wife help you?
Oh, so lately we've been doing this where like, so I guess the process is I'm purchasing it. Of course, I'm trying to edit 4 videos a week, so it's kind of hard to deal with everything. So I'll do things like take pictures, write descriptions on things that really need like describing and stuff. And she'll go in and comp it and finalize it out on eBay. And that's how we've been doing it.
Mm.
We kind of started trailing off on listings, maybe say a couple months ago. And whenever you do that, surprise, in about a month or so, you start to see a big
Your sales go down.
yeah, your sales go
That's
down.
shocking.
And you're
man.
like, well, what happened? So we've been really consistent, I'd say, over like the past few weeks now of like just hitting 20 a week. Ideally, we'd want to hit like or 20 a day. Ideally,
Say 20 a week is a little weak
20 a
sauce.
week is a little low.
I'm not gonna judge, but that's a little weak sauce.
Yeah, a day. So we'd like to hit 30 a day, but I mean, it's tough because she works full time. Again, I'm doing like 4 videos a week, which is absurd, and
Not
yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
And your videos are actually edited pretty good. Like Kevin does 4 videos a week, but he just edits them like a 4-year-old would edit them. So
I
like,
heard
yours actually have some like skill required.
on the cash to trash to cash.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that on the way to the flea market the last few weeks.
That's your first mistake right there, but you can keep going.
Yeah. And I'm hearing that you edit all of your videos on your phone. Like not you, but Kevin does.
Kevin does, yes.
That's wild. I don't even know how you
would or he did. I'm not sure if he still does, but I know he did. And he would like his wife would drive him around like a chauffeur, and Kevin's like in the backseat with the kids, like editing the videos.
Man, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, he always does it on his phone, but I feel like he's going to switch pretty soon. But for like I don't want to give Kevin too much props here at all, but for like a phone edit, I think he does pretty good. I think Kathy just accidentally timed out somebody. Sorry, Jason. I think she did it by accident. You'll come back in 5 minutes.
Wait a second.
What happened?
Mindy's saying something about Commonwealth or Kevin here having a tornado hit nearby.
Looks like somebody's asked Kevin if a tornado hit somewhere, but I'm not.
I hope you guys are all right out there.
I'm gonna have to I'm actually gonna Google this to see. I think Kevin's in the beach right now. Yeah, Bedford County.
The couple that retails together stays together. What? Oh,
yeah, that's when we were. That's when it was back on the how you call it the couple question. Kyle, do you know the Junk Monkey? He's saying hello to you.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, man?
I call him Kyle, and that's not his name.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just skipped a bunch of people. My chat just dropped. So if you guys said hello, I apologize. If you guys asked a question, also re-ask it because I probably just skipped it. How you doing, Sam? Sam's from the UK, so it's kind of late where he is.
On the couples that resell together, though, I would say, yeah, probably would stay together because like it's really hard to cut an eBay store in half.
Yeah,
So like,
they better stay together. Yeah,
like that's how I trapped my wife. Like, how are we going to cut this eBay store in half?
yeah. We're like, how about I get every listing over 100 plus, and then you get everything for 10 free ship.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. There's very profitable Wii games that we listed for $6.99 a year and a half ago.
You can have all those. I heard I speaker uses that new Fisher Brush Dragon. That's good point. Oh, there's resale to Rome. Hey, how you guys doing? The hit our air about 16 miles. Oh, wow. So yes, the tornado hit about 16 miles from where Bedford is.
Oh, okay.
Dang. Well, hopefully everyone's safe, man. Tornadoes are no joke.
Yeah. Like we had when I was living in the north, I guess north of Dayton, there was one that hit relatively close, and yeah, they're a mess.
Is that a something that happens quite a bit in Ohio, or that's like
it's not super frequent in Ohio, thankfully.
I feel like Ohio is similar to PA in climates.
Yeah, I would
say
so.
Don't really get much tornadoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, or anything like that.
You guys have more mountainous terrain, though, for sure.
Yeah, not where I live, but
well,
yeah,
not on your part, but like Western PA.
Yeah. That's kind of the good part about me is like I have the beach about an hour and a half away. I have the mountains an hour and a half away. New York City is an hour and a half north. DC is an hour and a half south. I'm like in a really good zone. Like if I want to like do a day trip, I can do almost anything. That's great. Hey, Nick Pick Thrift is here. How you doing? Thank you for being here. You're in an earthquake country, so I'm guessing you're in California, Mindy. That might make sense. Roman says in Cleveland we have a 1 tornado per year as well. Thank you, Kevin, for coming in and bringing the tornado talk in here. Appreciate that. We were all in good spirits, talking about blue sunburst.
Blue starburst.
Starburst, sunburst, whatever.
I really need a sponsorship by them at this point.
Like, yeah, well, I've been trying for like 3 years to get Bubbly to notice me, and Bubbly hasn't noticed me yet, so I give up on them. So
yeah, I think we're going after too big of brands here. Maybe.
Too big of brand. You need to get I need to get the local Philadelphia sparkling cider brand, whatever it is. What's up, Carrie? You know who this guy is? Ever heard of him?
Yeah, Carrie.
He's a nobody.
No.
He's big on that tic-tac, something like that. Yeah,
like the Gen Z people.
Yeah, he's out there doing dances and stuff.
My TikTok's like, I feel like I'd get some views, but like they would never follow. They'd be like, nah, he's worth watching once.
Yeah, I feel like that's what Carrie is too. But surprisingly, people think he's worth watching at least twice. So I'm pretty impressed by Carrie that way.
I feel like it's just like one more thing, and it's just like I didn't have time to like be like, okay, I got to figure out like how do I make this into something that's entertaining in 30 seconds and put it in the right aspect ratio. And yeah,
that is very true.
It's again like when you're doing like, well, we have a 3,000 plus item eBay store and have 4 uploads a week. It just gets hard to like do anything else.
Yeah,
becomes kind of all consuming.
That's the good thing about Carrie is that all he does is just wake up like at 1 p.m., makes 2 TikToks and goes back to bed and just goes to sleep on his $1 million worth of bills that he's getting from that. That's Carrie's life right there. Must be
all
be
those
nice.
Mid rolls that they let you put in the TikToks.
All those pennies that he counts up.
So like, they have that creator fund, I guess. So they split up like every 12 videos or whatever's an ad, isn't it, on TikTok or something?
Yeah, I'm not sure how it works. I understand that it's a good, like I think kind of like you said, I understand it's probably a good thing for you to get into it and start making that as like a side thing. But like you said, there's not enough hours in a day for me to do all that as well. So
yeah,
it's in the bottom of the totem pole. Some days I'm like, I feel like making a TikTok today, so I'll do it. But most of the time, not my cup of tea.
Oh, thanks, Jen.
Linear shard, so we get a good. We had the warning for a turn. Oh wow, went that far down. Probably should get Wawa to sponsor you. Good luck with that. Wawa's huge. Wawa
We
care
don't
about
have
my
Wawa
sponsor.
here, but yeah.
Man, what do you guys have there? Sheets? Is Sheets prevalent where
Sheets
you are?
exists.
It exists.
Well,
It's around.
yeah, we have it. There's one that's been making inroads lately. What is it? It's Casey's, and they claim to have like
Wow.
the best gas station pizza ever, but I wouldn't say that. Maybe gas station
Man,
pizza, but it's
you
not
take
like
your shots at Casey's here, man. That might be a dangerous thing you might be doing right now. Might be some Casey diehards in the chat. You
yeah,
never
that is
know,
true. Well, for me, like it's some brand new thing that like I guess it's true. There's gonna be some Casey's is great. Subscribe to my channel.
I've never heard of it, so you can say all the trash you want about it. I don't really care. It's pretty funny when I went to the 100-mile yard sale with Kevin. All they had was sheets around them, and before I left, Mia, I don't know if she's still hanging here anymore. She gave me a Wawa hoodie, so I wore that the whole weekend. And sheets is like red, and the Wawa hoodie was blue, so it was like the blood in the crypts back again. And like some of the people that were giving me like dirty looks when I went into like a sheets with a Wawa hoodie, I'm like, that's weird. But yeah, the way you describe Casey's, it sounds worse than Wawa. I'm just saying.
I don't know. This one came out of nowhere. It made the mistake. I guess they went against an older UDF. Do you guys have UDF? United Dairy Farmers? So
that sounds like something the Amish would have.
Well, the United Dairy Farmers are not only proprietors of gasoline, but
yeah, because when I think of the United Dairy Farmers, I think of gas.
Well, think about a gas station where you can go in and you can get a chocolate malt.
It's actually pretty good.
That's United Dairy Farmers.
That's a good selling point right there.
Full
man.
service ice cream, and the homemade brand that they carry is actually really good. So, I mean, UDF, kind of that's an institution, I'd say, and I'd say even in Columbus, but yeah, the Dayton area for sure, Cincinnati. So
interesting.
That would have to be my favorite gas station.
Oh, many people haven't heard of you. Look at that. People, you would think you're like a big star now. Well, apparently, some people don't even know
YouTube's not recommending my videos. Jeez,
that's crazy.
Freaking algorithm.
Crazy. Wait. Somebody just said Sheets is better than Wawa. I'm gonna skip over that. Result the room. Lucky I like you guys. We'll just forget that. Casey's been around forever, and then somebody here says something. Oh, we Midwesterners live on Casey's breakfast pizza, so Terry's a little upset with you right now.
I just don't remember like Casey's being in this area at all. Like growing up, like the first time I ever heard of it was when I was living north of Dayton instead of south of Dayton, like I do now. They just started building one across from UDF, and I was like, "How dare you!" And the thing is, like, so they have gas pumps, right? And like all gas stations do, right? But except these are different. So you drive up to the gas pumps, and I swear, like, there's like 6 nozzles, and it's not just like diesel and unleaded. They have like all these different unleaded like 85s
and stuff.
So many different numbers and stuff. So then you're like thinking to yourself, so you have regular, and regular to pick from, and you're like, I just need the gas I always buy. It's 7 a.m. You're driving to work or whatever, and we got off to a bad start.
And then it's not like if you put the wrong nozzle in, it's a pretty big mistake. It's going to take a while to fix that. So I can see why you would be upset.
Graders is good.
I feel like I am on your side of the fence here when it comes to Casey's. I never even tried it, but I'm not a fan anymore as well. What I come into? We're talking about gas stations, Sean. That's what you came into.
Yeah.
Bottled methane and
milk. You
milk.
came here to learn about reselling.
Yeah. All we have is pilots. I heard of pilots. Just some UDF.
If anybody's looking at some like side hustles outside of like regular flipping, here's how you can make money at a gas station. So this isn't going to work at like your Casey's or UDFs or anything. You've got to go to like, we'll say lower income areas and find like independent owned ones that aren't like branded or anything. Some of them you could probably work with that are branded, but like they got to be independently owned. Go in there like before like Valentine's Day or Mother's Day and be like, hey, I want to set up and sell flowers or whatever and see, you know, how much it's going to cost, $20-$50 or whatever. And, you know, the Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, whatever, get your 6-foot table out, get some roses, you'll clean up. I'm telling you, you got to be out there. Like on Mother's Day is what always on a Sunday, right? So like on that, you got to be out there for the church rush and everything.
Interesting.
You'll kill it because people just drive through flowers.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
So there you go.
And if you anybody ever needs,
I should be selling this advice right now.
Add that to your
my course, my reselling course, my eBay course. So when you start when you start not making any sales on eBay, you can go buy some flowers and sell them on the side of the road.
All this will add up to getting a coupon, guys. All of these tips that Dustin's giving you guys.
Dustin was my first. Click on breaking the language barrier there because that's right that's the guy right there.
My first YouTube picker.
So basically, it was all downhill from there.
I wonder how you found Dustin first. I guess the algorithm works for you.
Cincinnati Picker or Harry Tornado or something first.
No,
algorithm, you know.
They probably searched because they say, you know, I want to be a pro picker.
Yeah, I want to be
what they were doing. So let me search what a pro picker would do. See, that's a good name right there. You know? No one cares about a Philly picker or a flipper. No one cares about that. But if you want to be a pro, that's. Now, were you a pro the whole time, Dustin, or were you lying to the people? Is your name a sham?
I was born a pro, and I'll die a pro.
You were born a pro. That's a good way to say it. Quick Trip. I've heard good things about Quick Trip, but I've never been there. Mia says someone recognized me from your video. Wow, Mia, that's awesome. Congrats. That's a little scary. What's up, Tiffany? When I was a kid, I did that with mistletoe when it grew on the farm. You went to a gas station that sold mistletoe, Kayla?
Oh, that's actually that's kind of sensible because like during the Christmas season or whatever.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I've never bought mistletoe before, so but I guess like I could work. It's kind of cool. What's up, Amber? How you doing?
Hey, Amber.
There's only one pro picker and the only one in Ohio. The rest of them are amateurs.
The name's really not meant to be like some ego trip. just let me. I'm more modest than I'm making myself sound right now. I promise.
Well, talk me through it. Like, was that your first choice for like a name, or like when you thought about making content?
Okay, so like my old AOL Instant Messenger name was like Pro Gun XCX because I thought that was cool as a teenager, whatever. And eventually, I made my Twitch channel Pro Gun XCX and started streaming and everything. And I did that for like 2 or 3 years. And that like everything I do, I have to like go all in, of course. So I was like 70 hours of streaming a week, like
wow,
time invested. It was just like 7 days a week, never missed a day kind of thing. Like, because
what were you streaming? What games?
So I started off with Rust. If this starts boring anybody, let me know in chat. And then I ended up at Arma 3. And if anybody's familiar with like GTA 5 has like those role-playing mods now that are like super popular.
Yeah, like you can
a lot of
those and stuff.
Yeah, it's essentially the same thing except on Arma 3, which is like a military simulator, and that was before those that came out. And that was kind of my niche.
I was bored.
All right. We'll change topics here. So yeah, that's basically it. I just took the pro from that, and I was like, I'm picking. Okay, pro picker, and yeah,
there we go. And
Kayla's falling asleep, which I don't blame her. It's 9:44 on a Friday during yard sale season.
Ro was thinking about you changing the name. You guys is pro flipper taken.
I did actually like. I don't think you can like full on claim it like that on YouTube. I don't think that's how it really works. But like, I did make another account for that because at one point I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make a second channel, but I kind of decided against it because I think it's better, in my opinion. I like the idea of like building up one channel with, and I don't think I do anything controversial enough to like need like a backup channel,
Yeah, if you're doing like the same kind of content, I agree. Like,
Yeah.
but if you were going to start doing live, I would recommend going to a different channel.
Or
That's why I
order
made this one.
picking. I think
Yeah.
like how Commonwealth he does that. That
Yep.
makes a lot of sense because I don't do a lot of order picking videos, or if I did, it would be sandwiched between sourcing in the same video. So it wouldn't be
I
there
definitely
wouldn't be
agree.
that conflict there. But because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people they want to go see what you're doing at a garage sale or a thrift store, but they would have no interest in. So I can see that.
GTA 5 mods.
I never played the GTA 5 mods.
Can you tell that to the awesome parry clouds behind Paul? You gotta tell me which awesome parry. There's like 7 of them back there. There's parries everywhere. They're all awesome. We'll talk about the awesome Meowth behind Dustin. We'll talk about that. Just the one singular Meowth that's just chilling there.
This came from, it's actually a thumbnail.
Yeah. I think it says like 700 spent next to it or something like that, right?
Or something. Yeah, like I spent a bunch of money.
Like a huge, crazy number that no one should ever spend in a yard sale.
Yeah, one sale. It was more of like a state sale leftovers, but yeah, I just haven't listed it, and I was like, I'll put it on the shelf. And anything that goes on this shelf is either listed or I forgot to list it. So like this, I have $100 Yu-Gi-Oh deck back there.
Oh,
you got me on large there. I'm gonna knock over
people to see what you're talking about.
So I got this guy.
Also, guys, everyone remember to return your shopping carts in case you forgot.
Yeah, do that.
Is it a sealed deck? Is that what that is?
Unfortunately, it's not. If that one was sealed, it'd be in the hundreds, like 400 or 500 or something. Man. But it's like the first edition deck or whatever. I bought it for $5 and at the flea market last year. Is it Dark Magician? I'm not a real big Yu-Gi-Oh guy, but that's
the main guy that Yu-Gi-Oh plays with. Yeah.
It has that like first edition Dark Magician card.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so that's why the deck's worth what it is.
I was an entrepreneur from about the age of 8 or 9. We had a tree for disease, so it has a ton of mistletoe. Wow. There you go, Mindy. That's awesome. Question: how does one become a pro? That's a question for Dustin. I haven't become a pro yet.
It's more of a mindset than a process. So we'll just leave it at that.
But you gotta get your mindset right, Jed.
So I have officially my 400 video was yesterday. So if you watch all 400 of them, you will become a pro.
How many years did that 400 take?
A year and a half.
Whoa.
Which is absurd, but
holy crap! That's
a chunk of time I was doing, and this was stupid. So I was doing daily content for a couple months there.
How did you not burn out?
Well, I did, so I had to go to 4. But
that's not burning
4 a week
at all.
Well, so no, there was a huge difference between 4 a week and 7 a week.
Oh my
7 a week was literally like, oh, people were starting to watch my channel, so obviously I should make as many videos as possible. I knocked over the LED there. But obviously I should make as many videos as possible because that's sensible. So I'd go to the thrift store and like same day edit that footage. So I would go thrifting until I found enough to where like in my mind it justified making a video.
That's crazy. So 400, and it's probably like a year and a half. That's what, like
October of 2020. So
dang, that's impressive.
That's about a year, and that's a little more than a year and a half now. But yeah.
Amber says she's made 124 videos in 4 years. That's why when you said 400 videos, I thought you probably like I'm doing it for like 3 years at least. That's insane.
Well, yeah, for 400 videos though, like I mean, I have a fair amount of subs and like talking about it and stuff, so it feels like very not modest. So, but I have a fair, but like you'll see people to have like an equal amount of
humble brag.
Well, no, you'll see people to have like an equal amount of subs as like I do, and they'll have like 80 videos or 20 in the same category or 100 videos or whatever. So like it just, I don't know. I guess in the beginning there, I was just like, I'm going to make as much content as I possibly can and just throw, what I can at the wall and see what sticks kind of approach. I think if I had it to do all over again, I would probably try to come up with, and I'm doing this now, trying to come up with like more efficient strategies of like how I'm going to curate my footage that I actually take, thumbnail design, titles, because I would literally, and I think a lot of people say this too, make a video and then just all of a sudden, like, okay, I spent 4 hours on this video editing it, and I'm gonna spend 5 minutes on the thumbnail and the first title that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And maybe they won't, maybe they'll match up, maybe they won't. And so yeah, it was really kind of, instead I put myself through like a trial by fire, which is kind of abnormal because usually I'll like research the heck out of everything.
Yeah. But what you just said is such a good point, because a lot I was the same way. I used to spend 4 or 5 hours editing, and I was like, oh, there's this in here. Yeah, let me just make that as a title. And then I'll be upset, like, oh, nobody's watching my stuff. And I'm like, well, the most important thing to get the click, you spend 5 minutes on. So
Yeah,
that definitely makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I'm forcing myself to start like, and this off and quickly, because I know not everybody has like YouTube channels or whatever. So like lately I've been like making, folders, throwing the files in, and kind of like organizing like which ones I want to put in today's video, which ones I'm going to put in the next video. And then I'll start watching through and thinking like which ones would make good thumbnails. And before anything even hits the editor, I'm dealing with like thumbnail design first, because if I don't,
that makes the most sense for sure.
If I don't, I'll be so tired by the time I edit the video that I'm just gonna, throw together some crap thumbnail with hoping that the Goodwill logo is enough to carry it, and a red arrow.
And you can get the cops calling you every yard sale too, right? So you can't use that.
Well, I don't think it would work. It didn't work as well the second time when I used the cops, called to the thrift store because my car got keyed. So that didn't get nearly as many views. So I feel like the cops getting called on you is a one-trick pony. Like,
I just wish you didn't have like the time lapse mode on it when you put that one out.
Oh yeah, where when all like time warp, or whatever
time warp, yeah. It would have been cool to see what they actually said to you. Jen said, "Step 1, get a stronger mind. Step 2, you're a pro." Yes, that's simple.
Sam said, "Just call the cops yourself." Could you imagine the controversy when that would inevitably be found out? Like,
yeah, Dustin calls the cops to him every single yard.
They're like, "Hi again."
I'm definitely not a pro. What's up, Chuck? Hey, man. Anybody that comes to my live show and you're in my chat, you guys are pros, in my humble opinion. Y'all need to borrow my notes. Jen's taking notes. All right, we got make mine stronger. The end. Head of y'all's way. Send media mail through some current time you get it. Oh, yo, hi, you're hilarious. I'm Mindy. Thank you for being here.
Oh, take care, Mindy.
You're choosing Everybody Loves Raymond over Everybody Loves Paul and Dustin right now? Mindy, that's a terrible choice.
Not my favorite sitcom, but decent.
How you doing, Jen? Thank you for being here.
I'm watching Sliders lately. Do you remember that show?
Probably before my time.
How old are you?
32.
Oh, okay.
Is it before my time or right in my time?
I think you would be a little young for Sliders, even though I'm only like 37. I think it's just offset just enough.
I'm about to Google what it is, though. You piqued my curiosity.
It's on Peacock, which the only reason
Peacock? Okay.
I wouldn't pay for Peacock. So like they have like a 6-month trial that came with my TV though. So
the sci-fi show?
Yeah. So basically, the concept is
I thought it was about like a burger joint or something.
No, it's not like Harold and Kumar go to White Castle or whatever. But yeah, the whole concept is like it's a guy that invents like the ability to like go interdimensional or whatever and to see like alternate realities, but they're all stuck. They can't get home. So like there's a timer they have. It's like him and 3 of his friends or whatever. And they all have misadventures in alternate timelines, like where the Soviet Union conquered the United States or other.
Oh, wow.
But it's not, it's kind of slapstick, or like a meteor is going to hit Earth in 2 days. There was actually a plague episode, and like, I don't want to, probably shouldn't. Probably shouldn't talk about that if you want to keep your ads going on. Right?
Yeah, keep my 2 cents that I'm making.
Yeah. You won't have 2 nickels to rub together if we start going down that road.
I do like time travel shows though, so I probably will check it out. That is, I have Peacock because I like wrestling, so that's why I pay for Peacock. I watched all like the wrestling stuff on there, so might as well add that to my list of things that I will watch Paul would have been a toddler. Yeah, it came out in 95. I was 5 years old when it came out.
So how old is Dustin? I'm 37.
Who has that? Who wants to know? Oh, Lisa wants to know. He's taken, Lisa. He's taken. She didn't ask for that, but I just want to make it awkward. So you're 37, and what age were you when you started to realize that reselling was a thing?
So I started reselling, I'd say, to be about a year after I got out of the Army. So that'd be like 2008. And kind of did that for about like 3 years or so, in different fashions. So I did like flea market stuff, and I did eBay. I started initially, well, kind of concurrently with video game reselling, which is very normal because a lot of guys will start doing that because it's things and it's things people are at least back then were trying to get rid of because they weren't worth anything. And extreme couponing, oddly enough, I did that for a little bit around that same time, and I would take that stuff out to the flea market, and that was pretty insane. You can't really do that now. That's kind of been ruined in the sense that there's so many restrictions to it and everything. But so if anybody is like, oh, I was on the fence on checking out this guy's channel, there is no couponing. Do not worry. Zero
some people like that. Tell me about that. What was if you can remember, what was the biggest dollar you ever had? And then after you coupon, how much did you pay for it?
So actually the best deals were always like multiple transaction deals. Like, so there was a time where like I can't remember the exact details, but I don't know if you guys have like Meijer, but it's a big grocery store chain in the area.
I've heard of it, but we don't have it yet.
Yeah, so at Meijer, they had Kraft salad dressing, and if you bought 4 of them, you could stack the store coupon and the manufacturer coupon, and you would pay like 30 something cents, and then you would get on your next order coupon for like $3 or $4 back from the machine, and you could stack all of those and spend them all on whatever you wanted. So you were literally getting paid to buy salad dressing.
Oh, salad dressing.
Any kind of salad dressing of Kraft, of those varieties. And we donated a lot. Like back then, I donated.
You would like take your whole shopping cart full of salad dressing?
Multiple carts. Yeah, it was bad.
Multiple carts.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
You probably that stuff expires, right? So I guess
so a lot of food bank donations. I sold some out at garage sales, and I took a little bit out to the flea. But the issue with the flea market is like, even if you have tents and stuff like that set up, like the sun's here at this part of the day, but it's here, and then it's beaming. And nobody wants to buy
hot salad dressing. Yeah, I can see how that would be an issue. That's for sure. I can see how that could be a problem. Yeah,
is this one of the weirdest conversations you've had?
I've never talked about Kraft salad. That topic has never been brought up yet, so okay. I can see it. Now. When you like would come up to the cash register, were people annoyed with you? Like that?
Oh yeah.
They were not happy.
Yeah, and I will tell you this, like, so I've also done door-to-door sales. People that do coupons in front of me still annoy me, even though I can relate and have empathy for them. And same with door-to-door sales, even though I used to do it.
Yeah.
It's just like it's just a kind of annoying things. I don't know. I'm sure walking around what's the crazy dude going to do with 2 carts of ranch? There was some Italian in there and some vinaigrette.
Some Thousand Island.
Yeah. I'm not a big French dressing guy myself, but
I can just imagine.
And so a lot of them had to do with like those kind of like they were called Catalina coupons that print off, and especially like Walgreens used to do that. Yeah. So you would get just all kinds of stuff. Like you could walk out of stores with like 60 body washes and, get $2 a piece for them. And
yeah, like
it was a hustle. It was a grind, honestly.
I used to watch those shows when they were on TV. I was addicted to those shows.
Yeah.
I never enough addicted to like actually go try it, but I love to watch it. Remember there was like a kid once, like a teenager, who was freaking out because he had to pay $2 at the end. He was like,
I do remember
expected
that
to
one.
pay 89 cents.
And then they corrected the error because he figured
Yeah.
out he went back through it all or whatever.
Yeah, for $1. It was like $2.05. He had probably like $1,000 worth of stuff. It's like, I have to pay 89 cents. This is crazy. I'm gonna have a like a mental breakdown. I'm like, okay, this is a little intense. The crazy couponers doing it. Indiana girls love range dressing. Is that true? Is that true, Chuck? Meme pick for sure. At the date the flea relabel as Dustin's special sauce tastes like that but cleans chrome. It could work.
You could tell there was a little bit of a stream delay there because I'm like talking about all this insane.
Yeah, that's the thing with like streamers sometimes, like, because first of all we are delayed on it.
Yeah,
and then when they type, that goes delayed even more. So sometimes it's like a minute between conversations, but it gets there. It gets there eventually.
But I actually like, you know, that was kind of a small part of what I did, but I did that for a little bit, and then
you lived a lot of lives, man. Did the army, did the streaming, did the couponing, did the reselling. That's
I even had the cool corporate sellout thing where I had a cube job for a bit.
Oh, that really?
Yeah, it was.
Was it the best time you ever had?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Best life you ever lived?
I mean, at the time, it was the most money I had ever made, and I guess I technically exceeded that last year. But I mean,
well, yeah, but selling your course. When you sell your course,
yeah, selling my course, yeah,
destroy
eBay
that
course, and with the coupon appendix, and
oh yeah, you could add. Man, your course is getting a little more spicy. I'll be honest with you, man. You got that. You got the flower idea. You got the couponing, the reselling. Maybe teach you how to make thumbnails. Can you put that in your course too, or is that need to be an extra add-on?
No, that's you can't give that away even for money. Obviously, my thumbnails from Canva are art.
That's how I make mine. I did like the one we did, like the split dollar recently. That was pretty good idea. I thought
that was somebody commented on that, and they said like, because I got exact change back, I'm apparently evil. So like my okay, so 99% of the people to comment in my videos are amazing and awesome. So yes. with that disclaimer aside, the very small minority of people decided to come out and get like mad at me about like a change issue, which I didn't even like care about, and like she could have kept the quarter for all I cared. And it was right after I overpaid for a soda to their kid, you know, trying to be nice, like, here, keep the money or whatever. And, you know, I thought it was all like a totally, you know, benign encounter. And everybody, like, not everybody, but a small group of people went nuts about it. And then somebody made the comment of like, you ripped the dollar in half, and then you wouldn't even in the thumbnail, and then you wouldn't even like let the lady keep the $5. And she was like handing me change back. She was ready to hand me change back because I didn't have a chance to let her keep the $5. Like, and then she handed me the wrong change, and I was confused, and then it made me look like a piece of crap to a few people, I guess. So that was Quartergate. And
Quartergate.
Yeah, where she handed me $1.25 back. But no, that was a stock image.
Well, people thought you actually ripped $1 for a thumbnail.
Yeah, somebody did.
Somebody thought that.
Hey, what's up, Colton?
How you doing? I never heard of that name, but he seems verified. Seems like he's a big shot.
Oh, so I saw the Kayla Salad Master reaction thing.
Yes.
I actually found Salad Master for all the pots and pans I buy for the first time, and I even made like a, but it wasn't nearly as expressive.
It wasn't like that.
It was not nearly as expressive.
That was the funniest
that's coming
thing
up
I've ever
tomorrow.
Seen,
so I'm part of the Salad Master Club now.
Yeah.
So
man,
have you found Salad Master, Philly Flipper?
I haven't, but if I do find it, I probably will have the same reaction as Kayla, just because it's going to be the greatest thing that ever happened.
And then the ones I grabbed, they were worth money, and they're good. But like, I think like the big Salad Master thing's the one that like everybody's after, and I didn't get the one everybody's after apparently.
The only things I find here is Revireware. I can find plenty of that, and then like a scratched up all clad. If you guys want to know what we're referring to, guys, here's Here's a clip of Kayla finding Salad Master, in case you guys want to know. Here she is. I just love it. great poker face, Kayla. That was. That's
how much did you pay for your Salad
rivals.
Master? I don't know if it should spoil how much I paid for mine because I'm just giving people less and less reason to click.
I know it wasn't a lot. She goes, no, copyright claim. Damn it! I can't get this video monetized now. Thanks, Kayla. She's gonna call a strike on me.
No, that's all you have to do to strike somebody is say copyright claim in the chat.
Yeah, she paid $5.
Oh, okay.
Man, Kayla, I can't believe you didn't give him 10. The poor lady's probably like out there dying on the streets now because you didn't give her $10 instead of $5.
If it's worth 50, you should have gave her at least 25.
Yeah, well, but I'm saying the lowest you could do is 10.
It's crazy though.
I hate resellers.
I had a nutty comment today. I shouldn't get into that.
Let's salad shooter a good pickup. I don't know. Salad shooter?
Salad shooter. So my wife hates when I buy them. So I tend not to just because it's really not worth it. Like, but you can make some money on them, and there's different models of the salad shooter too. So like, I don't know if it's like the Pro or whatever, which makes everything better when you put Pro in the title or the name.
Yeah, Salad Master pod free, and wow, that's impressive. Salad Master for free. Paul would have paid too. Shut up. All I find around here is Farberware. Oof. That's not good.
What's nice about Salad Master is like it's literally like right there on the handle of the lid. So it just says Salad Master on it. So like you don't even you instantly see it and you're just like, wow. So now I see why Kayla had the reaction.
Yeah.
Because usually you're just like looking through pots and pans, having to look at the bottom.
Yeah, that's how I was at the bottom, and sometimes like destroy it to like really see what was left of that
etched
name.
On the side. I hate that because whenever they etch it on the side, you can never read it.
Like the only ones that you can tell how much, or in like all clad also you can pretty just easily tell just like
right
the
on the
spiky
handle
thing sticking out, or it just says all clad right there. Yeah, man. What's up, Alex? How you doing? Colton wants to know when he can meet you or when he can meet up.
I don't know. Like maybe do I need a pro picker convention, pro con?
Oh, pro con.
Pros and cons. Oh
wait, if you're having a pro con, it has to be the place that has a koi pond in it. I feel like there has to be a requirement. You got to find a hotel for koi pond, and we'll do a pro con.
Pro con.
Everyone's gonna leave a pro.
I feel like nobody would show up, honestly.
I'm already coming. So
all right.
One. I could tell you Roman's making the trip down. There's two.
We're going to have Billy Flipper as the keynote speaker of ProCon.
Don't put that on the sheet. No one's going to show up there.
It'll be ProCon, keynote speaker, Philly Flipper, produced by Pro Picker. I just collect the ticket revenue.
They can say sponsored by Anytime Picker.
But you'll get paid in exposure.
That works for me, man. See, Alex is getting tickets to ProCon 2022. We didn't say it was going to be this year, Alex. It could be next year. You don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. Can you rent out an entire, like, convention center, the same year?
Is that how much we expect to show up?
It'll be like right after the Arnold Classic in Columbus, we'll just take
What's up, Travis? Kayla set up a table in the parking lot at the ProCon. See, there we go. Look, people are already making this a thing.
What's going on, Kiwi Bird?
Kiwi Bird. How is the great state of Massachusetts? Dustin, I do enjoy your style of going to Goodwill's. You find some great things. Oh, and hi, Paul. Well, hi to you, Kiwi Bird.
What are you going to sell off your table, Kayla? Salad Master?
Nah, she's going to be selling douche canoe plushes, but she's going to finally make those. Going to put those up, and then holy jeans. That's going to be her whole table. She's going to sell out in like 2 minutes, too. What's up, Crowin? It's nice and warm. Nice. I've seen in your Goodwill videos. You said you go like every single day
in the
right?
winter. So I haven't been thrifting much since yard sale season kicked off, and I'm just like
Yeah.
really focused on hitting as many yard sales as possible. And I don't know. I feel like I was kind of like wearing out my welcome by going so much to the thrifts that
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. I was like, first of all, like, did I get annoyed of seeing you, or is there
well,
actually like
most
new enough
most people were
inventory?
nice and pretty friendly about it and everything. It's just there's uh, a couple locals that have kind of that might stir up drama from time to time, and
Yeah.
I just kind of stepped back from it a little bit. I'm gonna be probably thrifting some more this coming week though, just because we got rained out both Thursday and Friday, and Memorial Day weekend, like you were saying, it's just kind of
Yeah. Might see some bolo items you don't want to source up. Dustin, you ever go to Columbus yard sales, or you stay around the Dayton area?
I want to go do a road trip to Columbus because, again, I used to do all like I used to pick garage sales and set up my own garage sales and do flea markets in Columbus. That's where I started reselling the first time because I got out of the Army, but I was like, I don't necessarily like want to move back to Dayton, because I'm young and I'm like, hey, Columbus is bigger, so it's obviously going to be better off for me.
It's a college town too, right? Columbus. That's
Yeah. I had a
Ohio
goal of
State is.
going
Yeah.
to OSU for the Fisher School of Business. That didn't pan out. I
Oh.
did end up getting my degree in something else, somewhere else. But yeah, that was my initial intention when I did move there. But instead, I ended up buying crap at flea markets and yard sales and couponing and selling flowers on the side of the road. So
There you go. I feel like this is way more exciting. The life you chose is way better than corporate job as a business cubicle guy. I feel like what you're doing now is
typical
way better.
guy me was a lot more like reserved, I would say, too, because like I don't know, when you're in this I'm not like the most offensive person, but like when you're in those like cubicle environments and stuff, you're just like, I don't want to say anything that's gonna like cause issues and rock the boat. So I just be like, I'll just shut up and do my work. And I don't know.
Was it very much like Office Space? Was that like very similar to?
So while the exit from my company didn't go the way that I would like it to go, I would have to say that it probably wasn't the worst place I could have possibly worked. And we did, deal with I was in legal tech, so we did deal with a sophisticated client base, lawyers, attorneys, and stuff like that. So we had a lot of, sophisticated discussions. And, so there was things about the work that was nice. And of course, they like at the time, where I was let go, they went full work from home forever, which would have been pretty awesome for me. But hey, whatever, right? Like they probably
they need security.
They need security. Yeah. Thankfully, I was work from home by the time like I was let go, so I didn't have to be like walked out or anything. That was fortunate.
Crow, do you think security could hold Dustin back?
You really think they would need like 10 people?
He just flexed those guns at you. You think, oh man, no security could hold him back. There should be thankful he was working from home at that point.
But no, I mean, I think it ended up turning out for the better, and getting back into reselling and everything, like. While you're at the whims of like, market trends mainly, I mean, eBay algorithmic shifts and all that kind of stuff, like,
yeah,
for the most part, in most circumstances, you're not just going to like wake up one day and all your inventory's disappeared and you're done. You know what I mean?
That would be crazy.
Thankfully, mine's insured. Issues. So, like, if that did occur, I'd be okay. But it's not like, like losing your job, you get so like wrapped up into like what you do for a living. When you have a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, I guess is more realistic. When you have an 8 to 5 job, you just get it becomes your identity. And, losing that like really did hurt. Like, even though I knew it was coming, like, it was not something like, I was prepared for about the last year of my 3 years that it was eventually going to occur, with a lot of like territory shifts that had occurred. And it was just, and metrics and goal shifts and all of that had changed, and then having had a health issue at the time, I kind of saw the writing on the wall eventually. So like, but it still gets you. It's not like tomorrow I'm not going to wake up and somebody's going to fire me from being a reseller. So
unless your wife is tired of you. And she was.
Yeah, it said she takes somehow half of the eBay store or all of it.
Sure. Thank you, Sean. So Sean was at my Whatnot sale yesterday, and it was way better than the others he went to, which he is taking a shot at Carrie because he was a Carrie as well. So thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. Speaking of traveling for yard sales, is Route 40 close to you? That's next week, isn't it?
Route 40 is close to. Well, it was closer to where I used to live, but it's still.
You going to travel for that?
Honestly, I've been planning a week at a time, like right now. So
well, it's a week away.
Yeah. So I will plan after this Sunday for next week.
Yeah.
So there's a possibility I'd hit some of the 40 sale. I wanted to last year and didn't, and I want to hit some of the 127. I don't know if we do something like that. I've thought about like sending Jess on one part of the route and I hit another part of the route or something like that.
That's the smart way to do it for sure. Because like 127, like it talks about like the biggest whatever sale in the world, whatever. Mm-hmm. But there's no way physically one person could hit even.
Oh, you couldn't.
Like 20% of that thing, So
no, we have 2 community sales that already have happened, and for some reason, like every year, and they're both right. These suburbs are right next to each other, so there's no reason they couldn't coordinate to have them on different days. They have them like on the same weekend, and that's impossible for me to hit every single sale. I got close because I stayed out way too long, but
yeah, like last time I went to 127 with Kayla, and Kayla, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we legit made 20 miles down one day, then did 20 miles up the next way. So in 2 days we hit 40 miles out of like 600 miles that was possible. So because there's just so much sales to go to, it's just almost impossible to hit it. We'll answer this before we get to somewhere else. Carl wants to know if you're married with a family.
Yeah, I'm married, and what my wife would say, I'm a dog dad. We've got 2 dogs. So
there we go. That counts. That counts in my book.
Does not count, but
I'm a dog dad.
Are you a dog dad?
My dogs are like on loan to my parents.
Geriatric dogs at this point. Like they're both 15. Like they're old.
Wow.
Yeah, they're little dogs though, of course, like living that old. And
and then Alex wants to acknowledge our awesome record sales from the past videos. So congrats to you. I don't know what he's referring to you, but I sold an Ozzy Osbourne for $60 a couple days ago.
It's been a while since I've sold a good vinyl. Yeah. I had a really good hit last year where I found like all these jazz albums, but they were like more obscure ones and stuff. I can't even remember any off the top of my head, but like they were all like 90 cents a piece at the thrift store. And some of them were like 90, 80 bucks, 70 bucks. And I was like, well, heck yeah. I mean,
there you go. I bought some today on a guy's Whatnot auction. I paid $19 for like 20 something records. They should do pretty good. I'm excited about it.
I want to do that where I get on Whatnot and source. I've never done anything with Whatnot yet.
Yeah, the guy today, Jen actually found him from Jen's Multiverse. He's a friend of hers, and he just does lots. He doesn't do single items, which for like resellers is kind of what you want, So he's like, hey, I'm doing a lot of records starting at $10 wherever it goes. And then afterwards, I got a lot of clothes from him. I think he counted like 50 items of clothes that I paid $70 for.
Oh, that's awesome.
And because I already bought the records earlier, my shipping was only $1 on that whole order for 50 items of clothes.
Because I know they're doing that's a promotion they're doing right now, aren't they?
It ends in May and ends May 31st.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no way they can keep that up like indefinitely.
That was insane.
That's part of the marketing budget at that point.
The dude had like Patagonia, LL Bean, like a bunch of like some good vintage tees as well. And I got it for $70. It was great. Amber wants to know, what type of items do you sell most often?
So we're pretty much the quintessential like everything store. So I I like looking for video games, and recently been trying to like expand into like really focusing on golf clubs more heavily, just because like I find the return to be really fast.
Yeah.
But we sell everything. Like I
But what
buy
about USPS price hikes? I thought we can't sell golf clubs anymore.
UPS. UPS. They're all going UPS at this
wait,
point.
can you use UPS for ship golf clubs? What?
Yeah, I know,
No.
right? Who would have thought? But yeah, basically the everything store. Like, so I've been buying a lot of pots and pans lately, which is not really something that's been a huge focus on mine, but I'm just running into them so much. So
Makes sense.
I bought a
Makes
ton
sense.
of Moen faucets in the last video, so spoiler there.
You're now Moen faucet buyer.
Yeah, I'm now. So yeah, anything I can make a buck on, as the American Picker intro said.
Yeah. That's like the same way that I do it, same way that Kayla does it, and I feel like I like that the most, because a lot of people, some people go tell you to like niche down and stuff, and I get that in some ways, but the way I do it, I don't want to leave a yard sale empty-handed, and if we do it like me and you, usually you will buy at least one thing from a yard sale. At least something that's crazy overpriced, but usually because a lot of times people that niche down, I see them all the time. Like, hey, do you have any video games? No.
Oh, well,
next one.
Video games for if you're only hitting garage sales and thrift stores for video games, you're really not making much money right now. Yeah, I mean for your time. I mean, if you factored out your hourly, because I mean, there's so many. Like, I go to sales and you're the sixth person to ask for video games today. That's weird. I didn't know they were worth so much.
Yeah,
and yeah, so it's a completely different market than like when I was selling video games in like 2008 2009 time frame.
Yeah,
people were just dumping on Craigslist. Like, you would get 64 lots for like $25 with like but they weren't worth as much. That's the thing. Like,
yeah,
things cost less, but like everybody keeps talking about like, and you do have to monitor expenses, so I'm not saying that, but everybody's recently talking about like, shipping's going up and all these things, and prices at the thrift store are going up. And while that's true and you need to be cognizant of it, I mean, prices that you're able to ask on eBay have never been higher than they are right now for most categories. I mean, of course, if you're trying to sell things like Hummels and Precious Moments and stuff like that, I mean,
nothing wrong with that.
Beanie Babies. I mean, you know,
I saw the Precious Moments 2 days ago, man. What'd you try to say?
Well, there is that Precious Moments nativity. That's one I want to find, because I know that's worth something.
I sold mine for $12 plus shipping. Get on my level.
You had a new NES Zelda that you sold for $1,500, Dave. That's awesome.
Dang, that's quite a sale. Paul shipped a couple of years, man. He just bet the box back. It's exactly what happens. I feel like the new thing right now is not video games, is shoes. There's a lot of people that sell shoes online, and they encourage the whole just niche down to sell shoes. So I see that quite a bit too. And now at yard sale, people say, "Do you have shoes?" And they say like yes or no to look at shoes, and I'm like, interesting. I want to see how long until that trend dies down.
So if I was like just like a random dude that didn't resell on eBay, and I was like, I want to get rid of stuff in my garage. If somebody came up to me and asked like, do you have video game stuff? I would think that is a normal question. But if somebody asked me can I have your shoes? Like, it starts to feel like, can I buy your undergarments? Like, what are you trying to do here, dude? That would be my reaction to that question. I don't know.
Yeah, be like, yeah, they're used. Does that bother you?
Well, it probably doesn't help that like I've never been like a sneakerhead guy that buys expensive shoes. Like, so I've had to learn all these brands as time goes on, because I no clue what On Clouds were prior to getting into this.
Yeah. Same thing with Hokas. I had no clue what they were. All the bigger brands.
I didn't know what Hokas were until a couple years ago. So because of videos.
Does anyone buy and hold on video games or anything else? I don't buy and hold. The only thing I buy and hold is Pokemon cards. That's because I collect them. So but I'm the wrong guy to. I don't know what's going to rise and.
So what you're telling me is send you pictures of all the Pokemon cards and you'll appraise them for me.
I can appraise some for you. I don't know if it can be appraised all. It's so hard to tell from a picture too, because vary by condition. That's all it is. That's the most of value.
Well, you'll have the same card and it'll be like a 96 one, and then it'll have remade it in 2017.
Yep.
And then you so you're like, oh yeah, this is the Fat Pikachu or whatever. But no, it's just a remake or whatever.
It's the fat cheeks Pikachu is what you're referring
that's
to.
what it is. Yeah.
What's going on, Joseph? Joey, are you the guy that I met in Virginia? I feel like that's the Joey. Were you just in the video of mine? That could be you. So what's up, Matt? How you doing? And Chris is here. Look, all the people coming in here. Thank you, Adel, for being here. He's a good Pokemon guy. I used this ever since today. Caleb, don't be saying that.
I was surprised how little Meowth was worth when I picked. I only paid $5 though, so it's there's good upside, but.
I think Kayla grabbed the same Meowth when we were in Peaches to Beaches this year. I think she picked up the same exact Meowth.
Does it have a Blockbuster sticker on it?
Oh, I don't know. Kayla, you gotta tell him. Yeah, you're the one. Ah, sweet. Thank you for selling me that fax machine for $5. I appreciate that. I met Joey at a 100-mile yard sale.
Oh, okay. I was confused there. I was like, did you buy a fax machine for $5?
I was trying to be like coy about it because like it was a brand new fax machine. I'm like, I don't know if I like need that or anything, but yeah, I think I'll buy it. Then he goes, oh, by the way, I watch your videos, and I'm like, oh, well, there goes my whole cover. I can't be coy anymore.
I think Kayla is actually better off. I think the Blockbuster sticker probably I don't know. Do you think that reduces its value? Because I think there's some people collecting that stuff.
People like Blockbuster.
The things I hate is the video game cartridges where they have the Blockbuster sticker on it that goes over. Yeah.
I beat the video game last week and got the 45 minutes. There you go, Chris. Something you got to do that. Heading to Plaquemine Flea Market. Haven't been in a legit flea market over a year. Good luck to you, Matt. Hopefully you find something. And then Alyssa found 40 pairs of vintage granny panties. Let's go. Oh, man, those things sell. What's up, Ronald? How you doing? Did you see? That's for them. People, how dare people talk in between themselves?
Yeah.
During my show, like
it should be focused
audacity,
on you,
right? Or at least you.
Well, this is like Joey Flipper live.
That's a good point.
Not
That's a good point. Do you guys
reseller Squishmallow extravaganza?
That? Hold on. How do I do this? How do I do it? Like this? Do you guys see that right there? You guys see that?
Oh, I don't like this. I was on the other side, like for like the last hour and 27 minutes, and now I'm over.
Is that better?
Yeah, I mean, your view count's going to go through the roof now.
Yeah, probably. Granny panties and honey hole in the same sentence. Oh man, that's funny. I just sold a pair of German World War II binoculars for $300. Yo, Dave's just having amazing sales there. He's the same guy that sold the Zelda game, right? That's insane.
Yeah, we should be taking tips from him.
Dave, do you have a channel?
Yeah, get him on the show.
This Dave guy seems like the real pro picker right here. That's what it seems like.
When you invited me to be on here, I was like, oh well, I'm so special, and then you're like, oh yeah, I'm booked all the way till May 28th now.
Well, you're May 27th.
You're 7th, whatever it
is. Yeah. Well, I asked you back like what it was like April, right?
Yeah, it's April.
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel better, I am booked until August now. So
wow.
So you were in the first half of the people that I asked about. So there you go.
Okay.
So I am very glad you came on, and you should feel very special.
I feel very
everybody that I didn't ask, you guys should also feel special.
This is within the top 3 lives I've been a guest on.
I feel like you only been on
as a reseller.
Shows.
Yeah, I've only been on 3 shows. Yeah.
I've only seen you on mine and Jeff's, so I don't know what's the third one.
I was on Nurse Flipper last year.
Yeah, I can see how I could be in the top 3. That's for sure.
Yeah, you guys all made it in the top 3.
Hi, the other gentleman at my age forgot your name. You guys are both great. Well, thank you, Marlene. It seems like she likes me more since she knows my name, but his name is Dustin.
Hi, Marlene. Right there. Yeah, it's Dustin.
All right, talk to me about this, right?
Okay.
Who? Because I saw you talking about this on Instagram recently. Who was accusing you of like faking your service? That you never went to the army. Remember that was like a
that guy was I mean, that guy was insane. So like I've seen some pretty bad grammar in the comment section. Again, I'm always going to give the disclaimer that like most of the people that comment on my channel were pretty awesome, and I really do appreciate it. But in this instance, he was like, he wrote this run-on paragraph with zero punctuation. Like there was no commas or random dots, or there was nothing. And it was just one big wall of text. And like, I guess the general concept was that because I mentioned I was in the Army at a yard sale for some reason, and then did a hard edit cut right there, that I was supposedly faking my service because I wasn't giving the details for everybody to be able to like fact check, which is insane. Cause like I just talked about like my service 2 videos ago, like, and I don't talk about it on the channel a lot because it's about reselling and, you know, like stupid Army stories, you know, that I have, and drinking stories and randomness like that, while entertaining, aren't really like my core audience, you know? And so I just didn't want to bore people with it again. So I did a hard cut, got rid of all that. And he accused me of that. So then like I showed him, I was just like, fine, here, whatever. I have an album from when I was an Imgur, from when I was a Twitch streamer, because some people went to see pictures or whatever. So I just threw that Imgur link in there, and he said, well, that could just be somebody that looks like you. The only way that you could, it is all insane, of course, but the only way you could figure it out is by going on a government website. And I'm like thinking to myself, it's like, I think there's like a DFAS site. And like, if I punched in my social security number in front of all you guys and all of this stuff, I could make a request to get my DD214 downloaded, which I have, but like, I guess that wouldn't be enough. I would have to like download it in front of you. And like, I'm not going to do all that nonsense. Like I don't go around claiming like somebody that was actually in with me at the time. She commented or DM me on Instagram or whatever, and she was just like, it's not like you claimed to kill bin Laden or something. And I was like, well, I might have claimed to have wounded him, but no. I mean, honestly, I never made any grandiose, wild, like, that's kind of like the stolen dower stuff's typically like people take it over the top. And like, I was just a dude that did like communications, signal. You know, I did one deployment, but like really, like it was like anything else except, you know, like the Army's kind of like all, think of like a job, but instead it's just all consuming, because like you're, you know, the Army basically owns you. And that's basically how it kind of felt. A lot of red tape, bureaucracy, that kind of stuff. You know, best and worst thing I ever did in my life, for sure. But
did it actually give you like discipline and stuff that people say that usually the Army provides?
I would say so. I probably needed it, quite honestly, in the sense that like, you know, I was kind of wild and all over the place as a kid. Not like a bad, you know, I wasn't like a bad seed or anything, but I was kind of wild and all over the place. And so probably, I mean, I would say it probably has some application to like how I am now, where I guess I'm able to like set my own schedule on like, hey, I'm going to upload 4 times a week. Cause there's no like manager telling me I have to do that. There's no manager telling me like I should go out and source today, or, you know, I should edit video or list or take pictures of items or anything. So
yeah, I think that's one of the biggest shocks when people go into reselling, to see, especially full-time, how much self-discipline you need to have to do this. Because it's so easy to say, oh yeah, I have the whole day, I'll list in an hour, and then I'll list in an hour, and then next thing you know, it's 6 p.m. and you haven't done one thing. So it's like, because that was my biggest thing, because I used to do it part-time. I had the moving company on the side, and then last year I went full-time, and for like the first like month or so going full-time, I didn't take it that seriously. I just listed whenever I wanted. And then once you see like that is your only source of income and the sales aren't coming through because you're not listing, you're like, holy moly, I need to get way more discipline to survive this. So I feel like that's probably where you have that down. So that you probably have that's why you're a pro. That's another reason.
I would say like when it comes to like eBay or any type of reselling online, that is, listings where the rubber's going to meet the road, really, at the end of the day. I mean, you need to be buying good stuff, but like eventually you figure out how to buy good stuff. Buying really is kind of the fun part with it. And same with like YouTube, like the editing part. Like I think I underestimated like literally how much time I was going to spend in front of my computer per video.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of thought I watched I mainly started with YouTube watching all the big ones. So like, Sensei Picker, Part-Time Picker, and I'm like, oh,
Philly Flipper.
Yeah, of course, Philly Flipper, the big guys. And
the big names out there. It makes sense.
Yeah. And going into, garage sales and stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do, edit that in probably 45 minutes because I have no video editing experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, little did I know. So, and I think that's kind of the same thing with like eBay, like, and I think it's easy to fall into that where you see like, say, even if you're watching my videos and it's something I try to talk about at least a decent amount, that, there's more to it. It's not like some kind of like ATM machine where you go to the thrift store and maybe you did like find these PC big box games and they're only like $4 a piece. And it's like, yeah, in 4 months, the first 2 will sell. And then, you know what I mean? And that's only 4 months after you actually get around to listing
them. Yep.
Yep.
Because you're going to sit in your dev file for 4 months, and then after that, you're going to list this in about 8 months. What's going to sell?
I have to say it, IO.
Ronald says, thank you for your service from a fellow veteran. Well, thank you for your service as well, Ronald.
Yeah, thanks, Ronald.
Roman wants to thank you for your service as well. And we got Jimmy here, and we got Jim here. Jimmy and Jim came back to back. What's up, Jim? Guy who bought you well, thank you for your purchase. Jim bought like 500 DVDs for me in my yard sale.
I like picking so much more than listing, says Jim as well. And I mean, yeah,
that's I feel like that's every single person.
There's a few people that are more into the like listing side. Actually, my wife's more interested in the like listing admin side than like going out to like thrifts and stuff a bunch, which is good because I mean, eventually, probably the goal is she transitions to full time as well with me. If that, is
this breaking news on the Philly Flipper live channel?
No, it's not. We have chatted about it on. We do live streams as well occasionally. Nudge, nudge.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't been notified about. Did you have one recently?
When's the last? Probably a month and a half ago.
I don't know. Remember, I get notifications about it live.
Yeah, excuses. Let me see. Past live streams. It says 1 month ago. Yeah.
Must have not been a good live if I wasn't notified. Not good enough.
No, maybe it is like too good. And they didn't want to. YouTube didn't want to share my secrets with you.
No, they were like, this live is too good for Paul to join. Let's not tell Paul.
We don't want to bring it down.
We don't want the live to get ruined with Paul just coming to the chat and everybody's gonna want to be part of it.
Where somebody asked where I stationed. John did here. So I did basic at Fort Benning, AIT, Fort Gordon. So went over to Wiesbaden Army Airfield. In between there, did a deployment to Ramadi. Finished up my time at Wiesbaden Army Airfield. So
sounds like fake. That sounds all fake.
Yeah,
it made up all those names.
Wiesbaden, Germany, for anybody wondering, which is about 40 minutes ish from Frankfurt.
My wife is into listing more than thrifting. It sounds like a dream. I was listening to thrift.
I still I take in so much. I'm a pretty big volume buyer. I would say, at least in the sense of like an everything store that is going out there, mom and pop in it. So I still have to contribute to that, or it would never get done. There's not enough hours for her in the day, so to get the 20 listings.
Thanks, Roman. Roman forgot to tell me. Appreciate that.
A lot of it's building up that bank of. We try and build up that bank of photos. So like then you can.
So you can like list from your couch later on or something like that. Or
yeah, because at one point we were doing it like take the photo while you're listing. And I just don't think it's a very good, effective workflow because, like, I mean, you have to be at your photo station then.
I
the whole
just
time.
unsubbed and resubbed and put the notification bell on again. Maybe I'll
Okay.
get the notifications this time. My apologies.
Yeah, you got to hit the like button on a random live stream. That's what it is.
Oh, is that how it goes?
And
I've heard some crazy like
comment.
conspiracy theories. Somebody said recently that if you type the word "I subscribe to you" in someone's live chat, your subscription goes away. That's what I heard.
Well, let me type that in there real quick.
What's up, William? Thank you for being here. Also, Rebel Junk, Aaron's here. I didn't see you. Aaron's also a fellow Ohioan. All right, so she's your competition.
There's a lot of Ohioans. We're a big
What's up,
state.
Mike?
Like I always ran into a lot of Ohioans in the Army. In fact, I don't know if that's just like confirmation bias though. Like, you know, I'm from Ohio, so like I remember it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm laughing at Krillin's comment. It's like, wait, you have a woman to list on the crap? You go out. Yes, he has a wife, Krillin.
No,
Not just a random woman.
I have a random woman.
Just a random. There's a random woman just listing all the crap for him.
And we met at the thrift store. No, we didn't.
What's but about listing is since I'm still news, all the research. A good thing for you, Bradford, is that the more you do it, since you said you knew, is the easier it's going to get.
Yeah, the research side becomes probably the least hard part of listing.
Yeah,
I'd say probably the hardest part of listing is just day in and day out, putting some time aside to actually do it.
Yeah, that's my hardest part, just to start. Once I start, I can just go and list because it just becomes automatic. But it's just hey, stop doing things and then boom, get to it.
And a lot of it's too like. If you have kind of like a goal of like, hey, I want to, I don't know, sell $500 worth of crap a day, you probably need to be listing $750, $800.
Yep.
Make depending on what you're selling, $1,000 worth of stuff a day, and that means not only do you have to list that much, you have to be sourcing enough to be able to list that much, and it just becomes kind of like.
Yeah, that's the hardest.
That's how this job really becomes like an all-day thing,
Mm-hmm.
really, really quickly.
700 worth. Well, not yet, Chris. I'm up to 650 for the month of May, so it's going to become 700 soon. But that's what I've been learning is the hardest part for me now is because I can do the listing part, but the thing is like once because I increase my listing goal every single day, every single month, I increase it by a little bit, and it's like I'm used to buying like $1 item that I turn to 20. That gets kind of hard to hit 700 every single day with all those things. You just go, yeah.
I mean, my thrift store gems is my YouTube title is called.
Yeah.
My thrift store gold yard sale treasure.
Yeah. I wish my fiance would be interested in listing. The only thing I can do is shop for me. Hey, that's the start. It's funny. Joseph's kid was supposed to help him at the yard sale when I met him too, and he said he quit after 10 minutes. So you're like you're all by yourself.
He's just left on his own.
Yeah, he was like because he had like a whole like snack bar thing set up for him, and it looks like the kid left right away. Kyle's favorite part is Tuesday morning. What's so good about Tuesday morning, Junk Monkey? I wish I could hire someone to list for me, but I did not trust anyone with that account but me.
Oh, I just made a sale.
Oh, another one. You show off.
This is.
What'd you sell?
I know what it is, but now
it's got like live bolo alert because I just made a sale too.
Okay, this is a bolo. This is the
who had a
bolo
better
of
sale.
the day. This
I
is.
sold the vinyl.
Okay, so I sold a vinyl figure.
Whoa!
Funko Pop. So at the count of three, at 3, 2, 1, then we'll say how much it sold for.
Your thing or my thing?
Well, both at the same time.
Oh, your thing's gonna be better. I can guarantee your thing's gonna be better. But we could go. Ready?
Okay. 3,
1, 2,
3,
1. 15.
$34.99. Oh, you beat me. Did you say 50?
15.
15. Oh, I win.
I sold this.
I felt like I just shouted that in the mic too loud.
So Genesis,
mine was
Invisible Touch for $15.
Mine was Prince William Funko Pop. Be on the lookout for those Royal Funkos.
Oh, look at that.
I think I paid $4 for him at a thrift. So about 2 months ago or so.
Why was that so funny? I don't know. Or just funny.
It's kind of like a Risk where you put up like have you ever played like the computer Risk so you see the characters move and
yes.
I don't know, that's how it felt like to me.
What's the ultimate risk strategy? Is it to win Australia?
Australia is 100%,
Yeah,
but the
okay.
second one would be South America.
South America. Yeah,
South
man.
America.
Yeah, you're a smart man.
Well,
man.
no, it's absolutely. That's good. Those two will win the most risk games.
Yeah, my thing is to win Australia and then take the first part of Asia that goes into Australia, so that you have that one chokehold, and then you just gotta just build up and wait for everyone else to die.
If you can secure both South America and Australia,
that's very hard to do.
You got it.
If you can figure that out, I would say.
Yeah,
I would say you got it.
You got to be playing against some really smart people for them to allow that to happen. But
you have to like risk is Kayla's like bored, never stuck.
Risk is a very intellectual game.
Chris wants to play some Risk.
we could do a live stream where we just play Risk.
Oh, that would be fun.
I don't know.
So far, we got me, you, and Chris.
I've never seen
how many people there? Is there 5 countries, 5 people total that play?
I think there's up to. I think you're right. I think there's up to 5.
I don't.
I've never had that many friends at once. To like,
man, I've had
3 is the
like,
worst. 3 is the worst. So like, what happens is like if anybody gets up to get a drink or the bathroom, you're getting backstabbed like immediately. Like both whoever's seated there is like, okay, we'll do this and this.
Yeah,
and then you're dead. So like, you just have to stay in your chair.
Yeah,
until that game's
like
over.
People do like Newman does in Seinfeld, where they go and just move some pieces around or they steal something.
I had a couple friends, and we would go to like this shisha place. It was like a hookah joint, and like we would set up a Risk board there and play. Back in the day in Columbus, wild times.
Wait! Jim found a little secret on eBay that helps my sales slightly. No one seems to talk about. Well, Jim, can you share with us that secret?
Yeah,
I want to know. You ever play Settlers of Catan? Yes, I love that game.
I've never played it. I've sold it a few times. So that means I know everything about it.
Diaper up. What does that mean?
For Risk session, so you don't get betrayed. You wear your adult diaper.
Piss in the bottle, says him too.
The bottle. I think the diaper is more efficient than the bottle because the bottle's not going to handle it all.
What's up, Amanda?
Okay, this is going too far.
And you also don't want to be the random guy that just like pees in the bottle in the middle of a game. I feel like that's not a good look. But yeah, I've had some like probably like our longest games I had because we usually play with 5 people. We probably had some like 6 to 8 hour games sometimes with Risk. Those things, and then at the end, everybody's always mad at each other every single time.
What is Monopoly too? If you play incorrectly, which I found out it is incorrect, with like the free parking money in the middle, those games can last forever. So where everybody throws
when you land on free parking, you get the fine money in the middle.
Yeah,
what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's actually not how you're supposed to play. Apparently, so growing up, I learned incorrectly, and no wonder every single Monopoly game lasted hours.
Yeah, that would definitely give you a chance to come back if you're like screwed.
Yeah, you're like, and then all of a sudden you're building 4 hotels.
Bradford, he loves it dearly. What is she referring to? Is your hubby still enjoying the moo? Oh, okay, that's pretty funny. All right, so here's Jim's secret. You probably already know, but you can do send offers to people who seriously consider the item. Jim was just being sarcastic. I thought he figured something out.
I have a video on that actually.
Hey, what's up, hustler couple? Thank you guys for coming. Appreciate you being here. Man, I thought he had some legit tricks up his sleeve. He just had send offers. I thought he found some secret thing, some secret sauce over here. I send offers to watch all the time. That's not a secret. Thing. He was being sarcastic. Do you have any secrets to share with us, Dustin? Any pro secrets? How to get more sales? Have you tried the coupon thing yet? I've been doing that.
Yeah, we have one where we have it where it's we did ours, and every now and then somebody will like pop on it where it'll be like buy 3 items get 10% off.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Like that really helps like when I take in a lot of like common regular Nintendo games or something, and like we're just using it as cannon fodder to hit a list goal like on a Wednesday or whatever, and then all of a sudden 3 games that probably wouldn't make a very sensible lot, maybe somebody's trying to fill those voids in their collection or whatever.
Yeah.
And, instead of spending $10 free ship, it's $30 for, free
Yep.
ship. And so, it helps. Actually, probably, I don't get a ton of viewer sales because I don't do order pull videos and, recognize it on the channel.
That could be your pro tip right there.
Yeah.
Start doing order pull videos.
Start doing order pull videos, guys. And but no, I mean, like, if I did that, I'm sure I probably would get more. But like, it's whatever. But probably viewers have taken advantage of that the most because like they'll see like something that they wanted, on a video or whatever, and then like. Yeah, but the vast majority of my sales are
live dismissed. There we
like everyone else's.
Man, you got to share it to the world right there. That's the biggest secret right there. Come to my live and you make sales.
Yeah, I made 2 sales this live, so that's below average, but okay. Go.
And Kyle has a big secret is to source good crap, and then Sam had a good secret by listing. Guys, you guys are learning here.
Actually, listing, yeah, that would be.
Roman just had a return request. Roman, you're watching the show wrong. That's your fault.
I had a really, I guess it'd be interesting for people that like actually like are into eBay. So it probably wouldn't be because people that watch my videos aren't all eBayers, right? Some people just like to see me buy crap, and which is cool.
Well, I feel like if you want to grow it as a channel, you gotta hit that audience way more.
Yeah,
people that are interested in eBay because
but like
the reselling niche is so small, so. That's
on,
sure.
On the eBay side of things, I sold an ab rocket and it was brand new and packaged or whatever. And so I sold it for $224. I had paid $20 for it at a Goodwill. And, everything's well and good. We send it off or whatever, but she wants to return it because like it wasn't far enough off the floor for her. So like I have buyer pay
shipping
on remorse returns. So she does pay to ship it back. Well, we get it back.
That's a hefty.
And she had just slapped the USPS label on the box of the actual item, and it was just destroyed, guys. And so I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh. So essentially, here's how we handled it. You can let me know in chat if we handled it well or not. But we did send out a message and we said, hey, we're going to have to deduct half off of this because this is like an unsellable condition. You can go to eBay and seek the other half from them from the money back guarantee. And, she kind of was a little off put by it. Then we further explained, hey, we're just like a small, like home-based business here. That's a lot of cost for us to eat. So all you have to do is message customer service at this point. And eBay actually did step in, give her like the other $112.50 back or whatever. And we're out that.
You did more than I would do. I'll just tell you that.
But we're going to
just get 50% off.
Yeah. Well, we don't want we want negative feedback we can actually get rid of. And it's easier if you have like proof that you've communicated well. Because like they can still bash you for the communication side of things if they're smart. And then that would be really hard feedback to get rid of. Good night, Amber.
And good night, Jim.
Essentially, that label only has $100 of insurance, but we're going to do a USPS claim for the other $100. We should only be out $12.50. So I think that's probably the best way to handle it. I think the ab roller would probably still work, but it's like, it's not sellable.
And you still, even if you got half of it back, you still got profit on it, right? Because of what you paid for it, right?
Well, yeah, we'll be in it's not the kind of margins that you want for an item like that, especially with the additional work that we put into it now. So like, getting the USPS claim back though, and then probably just sell it for like $5 out at the flea or whatever.
And if you didn't accept returns, you wouldn't be eligible for that 50% back, right? Is that how it works?
So it's really confusing because my understanding of the process initially was if you offered free returns, you're able to do the deduction. But apparently, because that's how they word it. Yeah. But then it's worded elsewhere that all you have to be is a top-rated seller that accepts returns. So eBay being eBay, they're just confusing as heck on the matter. but we did it anyways because we don't offer free returns because I feel like that attracts a different kind of buyer. The Amazon, in the sense of like
the Amazon buyer. Yep.
the one that plans on buying it with the like in the back of their mind. Well, if I don't like this, I could just return it.
Yeah, especially with eBay's 30-day, like 30-day return, which I think is crazy as well. But yeah, I had somebody, I had an eBay rep actually explain it to me over the phone because I always had the same mindset of us, oh, you have to have free returns to get the 50% off. But he said no, as long as you accept returns, and you can put a buyer pays for returns, you're still eligible. Which was like a game changer to me. I was like, whoa, I had no clue this whole time. That was crazy. Let's see, I had Tracy Parks is here. I just saw her. What's going on, Tracy? I got sweet positive feedback and an INAD today. Hey,
we got a hypothetical from Kiwi Bird here, and it's what if you have some body glove water shoes? I'm just gonna think they're like any shoes that were new with tags and they didn't fit, but they were attached with a cord. So what happens if you get them back and they cut that cord? So here's what I would personally do. I'm big on communication whenever you're doing anything that's going to seem negative to a buyer, because if you communicate, you're way more likely to win any feedback issues with customer service. So just communicate the deduction you're going to make and make that deduction. I mean, like the thing is, if they were worth 100 brand new and they're only worth 50 pre-owned and you have to sell them as pre-owned now, or new other, they're worth 75.
Yeah.
I mean, make the deduction realistic. I mean, you don't want to be like, if they only took 10% off the value, I would probably just eat it just because it's not even worth the hassle of having to get a negative feedback removed.
Yeah. What you said, communication is the most important part. You say, hey, I sent you new item. Now the way you send them back is no longer new. So I have to take a so-and-so cut. I feel like that would definitely go back way better than just, oh, by the way, I'm not giving you your all your money back. That would definitely be right. Matt said, I think you need to be top rated, so I'll just offer it. Yeah, that's what he told me, Matt. It's the same he told me. What's up, Formers Content? Thank you for being here. And then James
I told him form is consent last time that he joined my live.
It's a totally different name.
Like here's your consent form. That's
a totally different name right there.
That's what I handed my wife when we met. I was like, here's the consent form that you must fill out. Form.
Oh, gosh. James says, I do 60-day free returns and have under 1% return rate. Dang. That's pretty impressive. 60-day free returns and only 1% returns.
That is good.
That's very good.
I've really been on the fence on like of transitioning to free returns. I would want to kind of have an idea of like, especially with how many items we have in the store, like if sell-through were to increase by 20%, that, you know, if I sold it just 20%, like what, I don't know how many items I even sold last year. I should know this stuff offhand, but with like 3,200 listed, I mean, that would be what,
a lot,
640 additional items just what I have listed right now. If I sold, so I would really be interested in like what the uptick would be. Like maybe I should try it for a week. Like, I mean, I guess I could afford to eat the returns if I had to, but
you know what you shouldn't try it for a week is taking off promoted. Don't try that.
No, I would not.
Idea. I tried it for a week. Worst mistake I ever made. I lied. I tried it. My goal was to try it for a week. It lasted 2 days. I was like, I'm done. This experiment is over. I blame Kevin for that because Kevin doesn't promote his things, and he's like, you're spending way too much money promoting, and I should not listen to Kevin. So, guys, Commonwealth Flipper, don't listen to him. That's the point.
He doesn't promote.
He doesn't at all. Well, he also has like, I don't know if that helps or not. Like a lot of viewers go look through his store. So I'm not sure if that like snowballs into.
I do think order pool videos help in the sense of like if I'm always showing the buying side, but I think when people do show the selling side, like I think it's natural. Like if you know, you watch somebody's content a lot and you consume it a lot, that you want to help support that. And then it becomes kind of like an obvious route. You're seeing him sell stuff and you're seeing how he sells to make a living. So you want to contribute to that, which I think there's absolutely, you know, nothing wrong with that sentiment at all. I think that's great. I just think, I would have to have like a second channel for it, kind of like he does,
Yeah.
because I don't think I would want to like. Maybe this winter I'll have some order pull videos purely because like you never know about the sourcing in the winter.
They won't do good. I can tell you. I can tell you from first hand. I tried on my channel too. That's why I started putting them on this one, because they all. And the thing is, you're gonna have a very loyal audience to it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I want those things, but YouTube is not gonna push that out. That's just how YouTube works for some reason.
Yeah, that's true, Payne. I could just offer free returns on like one group of items and maybe do an experiment or something.
Like all your like first class stuff. No?
Or maybe on like all my aged inventory that I want to move anyways.
That could work too.
Because that would be lower risk to me because I'm less invested.
To Kevin's, like, especially over Paul. No, Chris.
So everything over 90 days or something would just switch it over the free returns.
There we go. You guys heard it here first. Do it now. The pro picker told you to do it, guys.
Pro picker is not liable for any losses.
All right. So that's been 2 hours, man.
It has been like.
That was a fast 2 hours.
I feel like this is the most I've talked in 2 hours.
Yeah.
He's like, probably not, but
I can't speak for the rest of the people in the chat, but I was entertained. So as long as you entertained me, Dustin, I feel like your job was done.
I entertained myself. So
there we go. So at least 2 people here were entertained. That is good enough for me.
I think Kayla probably entertained. She got to talk about
if she's not asleep. Yeah, Kayla was entertained. So
wearing diapers during risk. And
if you guys were entertained, give us a thumbs up emoji in the chat to see if Dustin was entertaining or not. No, I'm gonna give a bunch of thumbs down.
You should have said something like that didn't have an opposite.
I just invite a bunch of thumbs down.
Put a Christmas tree emoji in chat.
Christmas.
A robot emoji.
Oh, we got Jimmy. Jimmy liked it. Thank you, Jimmy.
It is crazy how do you have everybody's like a chart with their names?
No, it's just you go live so much that it just kind of like sticks with you. You go, Lissa liked it, Kayla liked it.
Thoroughly entertained.
Dustin, good job, man. Paul, I am not that sure. Hey, I'll take that. Junk Monkey liked it. So okay, see, most people liked it. There we go. That's good.
Anybody got some salad dressing, by the way? All mine's expired from 10 years ago.
Matt put a robot at Christmas tree, so I think that's a good side as well. You found him engaging. Well, whoa, you're engaging, Dustin. That's pretty good. That's a compliment and a half. All right. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to Dustin. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a live show next week because I'm going to be traveling for Route 40. So it depends on what kind of internet service I will have. If it's better than Kevin's internet, I should still have a live show, but we'll see. But you guys go subscribe to Dustin. His video channel is down below. He provides 4 videos a week, guys.
For now.
And at least one of them's good.
Yeah. 1 out of 4 ain't bad.
Joe, I didn't see you right here. I didn't even see Joe came in. Hello. Thank you for being here. That's my nemesis right there. We share names.
Oh, yeah. I noticed that I'm trying to think. Did you have him on or he was on some other live?
Yeah, he was on one of my lives. Yeah, way back in the day. Yeah. Great show. Thank you. Yeah. Good night, fam. That's what I call my audience, by the way. They're my fam with a PH.
My family. I get it. The Philly Flipper fam.
Yep. See? Yep.
That's fantastic.
It is fantastic.
Fantastic. Yes. With a
fantastic. All right. Good night, everybody. Good luck to you guys tomorrow. Go find some amazing things. And we'll see you guys.